Hey guys, it's Paul. I want to give you a beginner introduction overview tutorial of Monday.com. If you like me and you watch YouTube videos, one of the adverts that's always on the front of YouTube videos at the moment is Monday.com. I've also seen some other comments on a lot of my CRM sort of stuff, project management videos, saying people are using it, people are trying it, or people are considering it. So they've asked me to do a quick review, a quick overview to get you up and running on it. Okay, so first of all, it isn't free. So if you're looking for a free platform, Monday.com is not free. You are gonna be paying £22 a month for 5 users. You know, for 5 users, that's not bad. 42 for 10, so there's a bit of a discount. 1,500. So the minimum you'll pay is £22 a month. So if you're not interested in paying, you might as well start watching now, because you're literally not gonna use this program because you're not going to pay anything. So there's obviously different versions. The version I'll be using will be this pro version, because that's what the trial is. I know, and I'll try and show the differences as I go. I'll keep jumping back and try and show which bits are in each version if I can work it out. So, like with most of my videos, what I'd like you to do at this point is pause and tell me why you're watching it. Tell me in the comments why you've come to this video to watch it. What are you looking to do? Are you a lot of people are starting jobs with new companies that are using platforms like this, or you're a business owner that's considering using Monday.com. Whatever it is, it just helps me with my videos. It helps me see where people are coming from, and I can cater better videos for you going forward too. So just pause me, let me know why you're here. Right, so I've messed you about enough. Let's get into it. I'm not going to show you how to sign up. You're basically going to go, click sign up, wherever it is, Monday, create a free account. It walks you through very simply. Then you're going to invite your team members. So just fire in your email addresses to anybody in your team, and it'll send them an invite. It's really basic. You don't need me to show you how to do that. You want to maybe go to admin, your account name. You can change your Monday domain name to whatever your business is. So you want it to be, I don't know, I would be Happy Me Limited.monday.com. So I'd be Happy Me. Save changes if it's available. Change account. I'm not going to change it because it might mess it up, right? Account name, account information, customization to change this logo up here. Add in your company logo. Just update a logo. Email headers. So whenever you get emails from this, you can put your company logo in again. Turn on GIFs so you get little funny comments. I'll show you this. Boards. If you want to change the labels of the default board labels, you could put to do, like ideas, started, work in progress, on hold, order equipment, whatever you're basically going to use it for. You can have these different stages, right? To sign off, completed. Then you might have paid, unpaid, invoice, whatever it might be, right? So you can set up your stats, you can change the user titles. I'm not going to go through exactly how to do everything, because I think what you're really here to do is show me how to use it, so when I start with my team, I know what I'm doing. So what we've really got is 3 types of boards, and this is where the pricing sort of changes. The first board is shared across your whole network and everybody can see them. So when you go to pricing, it's the big thing that I can see is add unlimited boards, and then unlimited private boards. So then the £50 is private and the £34 is shared. So that's the 3 differences I really see, is that this one's on the lowest price version, This is added to the next level, and then this one's the third tier version. Then you get obviously this API and external integrations where you can link to something like Zapier and connect to other programs. So basically you've got three types of boards. One's for your organization, boards that you can share with your customers, with project managers, with third party people that you work with can join the board. And then private boards just for you, or just for you and one other person, or a couple of people that you're doing privately. But we're going to deal to start with these boards that are for the whole company. Right, just before I add a new board though, let me explain. I've got 3 team members signed up. Ian installs, Sarah Sales, and me. Right, so on my Firefox browser, this is Ian installs logged in. On my Safari, I've got Sarah Sales, right? So when I tag people and invite people, you'll get it's going to get a little bit confusing, but it always does when I'm talking to myself, right? But what we've got is these boards, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a new sales board. We're going to track sales in the system. We're going to track your sales funnel. So how many jobs have people got on, what stages they're at, and what is happening with the sales department, right? So I'm going to add a new board. It's going to ask me what when you first sign up, you can put in what type of company you are, and it'll suggest which board may be of interest. So for me, this sales process one here, or lead magnet, we'll go a lead magnet, right, for the funnel, but you can do sales process too. And you can also change it. You can click up here and change it, but I'm not gonna like teach you to suck eggs. There's things that are obvious. So lead magnet, I'm gonna use this board. I'm gonna use this template, right? So I want to add people to this board, and I want to add Ian installs and Sarah Sales. So I'm gonna go here and add Ian installs, and I'm gonna add Sarah Sales, right? That's my install manager and my sales manager. So I would think that this would make them admin. Oh, it does say there, remove Ian installs as owner of the board. So that's who it is, so owner. So if you don't want them to tinker with the settings of the board, you don't let them be the owner. It'll turn a certain amount of settings off. So now we've got active leads, 1 lost. So you might have another area where you want to put in what you might want to put on hold, negotiating, or different sections to your funnel. Active leads, maybe I would consider a lead to be hearsay. Somebody in a shop told you something, or you've read something in the paper, or a lead isn't, to me, the word lead to me means it doesn't mean your foot is in the door. It's sort of you're still trying to get the contact. So you can add a group of pulsers and call it deals, active deals. It's just the leads thing because I use potentials, whatever you call it, right? You might not call it, but you can add stages, right? Collapse. I'm guessing I can drag that around to where I want it to be. So I'm going to go from a lead to a deal to won or lost, right? And I've got these already pre-configured columns where I can show who's the rep, who's in charge, and what stage they're at, and how much money is in the pipeline, right? So I'm going to jump over to Sarah Sales. She's got a notification, subscribed you to the board lead management, which is this board, and she's going to put in create a new pulse, right? So I always work with security companies. Predominantly, my history is of, if you know me, I work with security companies, so it's easy for me to tell you about as if I'm a security company. So I'm going to put in here the activity. I'm going to put Mrs. Smith CCTV system, right? Add the sales rep is Sarah's sales. At this point, contacted or proposal or payment it's a lead stage, isn't it? None of these are going to be relevant. What about contacted? And you might want to edit the leads, add a label, to contact, right? To contact. Give it a colour. Oh, that's going to add a colour. How do I change that colour? That's it. So I want to be over there, but I want to change the colour. Oh yeah, so the little blue around the box says I'm highlighted it, right? No, Paul. Yeah. Maybe I should have changed the colour before I started. One. Contacted, one. You might not want one in contacted. It's really down to how you're going to use it. So contact, maybe you put on hold. And then you decide what that is. Apply. So Sarah sales might look at that and say to contact. Right, well, grey's not a great colour, is it? But I don't have to change the colour. Add edit labels. So how do I change this one? It just adds a new one, doesn't it? There must be an easier way to do it than that. But and then you might put another one in that's corner shop alarm. Sarah sales, that she's already sent an email. Proposal has been sent and is in negotiation. The payment isn't going to be set. You might not want the payment in a lead magnet. You might just want to know where the stages are and how much money you're making. This really deal size could be it's what you really think at this stage, isn't it? So you could say a CCTV system could be $5,000. A burglar alarm is, I don't know, $1,200. Depends where you are and how good an alarm it is. And then you can start to tunnel into these different areas. So you can now see how much money you've got in your pipeline. It says contact details. I'm not sure you put it there, but you can edit that whole column settings, and you put here, write an update. Corner shop broken into, needs a new alarm. So Sarah can add that. If I go back to me, I can see this. I probably need to refresh it. So they now see there's a comment there. See, there's a 1. That's that update. So I can click here and see, corner shop. And if I'm a part of the team, I can so yeah, I think you can go at Sarah. I was talking to the owner. He's cool guy and expecting your call. Something like that. I haven't got notifications turned on, but you can see that the reply has been hit. Sarah's got a notification that says Paul Nicholson wrote a new reply. You can jump into scene. You can give it a like. I have got notifications on for me on the app. So here on the app, I've got a 1 here, look. This is the app notification, and on Google Chrome, so it might start bouncing and clicking. Also within here, you can have info stuff. Oh, here's where you turn the GIF on, right? So when you saw the GIF setting in admin, where am I? Let me go back to admin and me. So when you see admin, and it was in customization, features, GIF, enable GIF. So I can say, Sarah could say something like, not answering, contacted 1. I don't understand the labels that you would use. You would put your own labels in 1 and then maybe put at Paul, just spoke to him, putting quote together. I get the notification, and here comes the GIF. Search for happy. Put this sort of stuff. That's, like, I don't know. Yeah, if I had a proper job and I was at a serious job, this would drive me mad. But I guess it breaks the fun up a bit, doesn't it? So yeah, so you guess, it's a communication tool. Within that area, you can put info. You can add a note, add files, or add Q&A. So this is a place where you could add the quote when it's done. You could upload a quote. You can add a note, or somebody else can. Old system is a burglar alarm 10,000 ADT something, I don't know. You can add Q&A, and I don't know exactly what that means, but I think it says happy with old system. No, not happy, wants to upgrade, old service no good either, something like that, and save. So what you can do is you can add Q&As here, and then further down the line, when you get to 1, you could transfer the information to another board, where this would be on, the installation team would be able to see Q&A, they'd be able to see the quote if you want them to, they'd be able to see the information flowing if you want to move it across to another board, right? So you have Q&A area, which would probably be good for text and stuff to add, the way they can ask a question and you can answer it. You can obviously drag and drop, so that becomes an active deal. Where negotiation, you could say stuck. You can go in and add and talk about it. You can go green. So you've won the contact, you've won the proposal. You're going to drop it down here. And then payment, you would probably be like more likely to put something like it's like a grey bar again, isn't it, if I use that one? What would we use? Like a yellow for deposit 25% or something like that. Oh. Apply. So they've won, they've paid the deposit. You can also change these settings. So those are the status that you add with the color. Here's the text, here's the person you might put in here now. You might put installer. If you've got a list of technicians that you're going to assign to, you might then say, I'm going to assign that to a certain technician. And that would, you get emails. I've probably turned some off, but you're going to get a whole world of emails. Sarah Sales assigned you to a pulse, and you would click on it. It may get funky because I'm not logged in as Ian there, and it would jump you to that pulse what you've just been assigned to. So it's a real drag and drop information hub, place where you can click, place where you can talk to each other about set jobs, and then real project manage it from that area. So that's like your sales pipeline. I know it's a bit scatty, but and this may not be exactly how you want to do it, but you might want to move these around. You might want to say that column just doesn't make any sense and just delete it. You might want a potential column here and put a number in and then call it potential. And then down the bottom you would change it to a %. And then I don't know what you'd do with average, maybe average. So what you would do with the % on the deal is if we move this back up to active, and then we've got another one that's CCTV police station. To contact 10,000, potential 75% of closing, 40% of closing that one. Add a new one. Fire alarm. I don't know. Bar. It's weird that I thought of bar. 5,000. 10%, right? When you add these deals in, you can put how much do I think I'm closing that deal. 45% chance of closing. Right, so when they come down to potential, I believe you're going to want to sort a column and say, where's my highest one? I want the highest ones at the top. You know, I want to concentrate on the ones where I'm getting more, where I believe I've got a bigger chance. And you can say, well, you know, I've contacted them, email sent, I'm in negotiation, and now I feel that's 85%. So you can add, edit information as you go. It's not, you know, it's not something you're stuck on, which is cool. I mean, I like it. It's going to work. I think you're watching this going, I get what he's saying, sort of. What can this do looking at my business? What do I need to set? What am I interested in knowing here? What do I need to know within information? So that is obviously for a sales funnel, a place where your sales lead. So we're going to talk about shareable now, and we'll go into like a project management where, say we win one of these jobs. Let's go to, we'll do a biggish one because the alarm on the shop's not a big idea. We'll do the fire alarm here. Let's do the fire alarm. Okay. You can't. Okay. Just trying to grab this one, to be honest. You can't drag so at the same time. Oh, right. Clear. So it doesn't like being in there. So we'll do the CCTV at the police station, right? So we've won that job. We're going to talk about this job in the next section on a shareable board where we're going to invite other people to join, right? Right, so I'm wary. This is already getting a long video. I'll try and split it up where every time I pause like I just have, I'll put in the YouTube videos, the like a chapter so where you can jump to a certain place. So shareable boards are where these boards are just for our team. Our team can see these ones, right? Can see anything that you put in here. They can create anything in here. The team can also see shareable, but we're going to invite outside people as well. So we've got this CCTV for a police station. We've won that job. Now we're going to turn it into a shareable board for a project, right? So I'm going to create a new board. But now in the shareable and private, it doesn't give me the option for the type of board. So you might want to, if you've got a template you want to use, you can create a board in the main section and move it across. But we're going to call it CCTV system police station, right? That's what it was. We're going to add guests. We're going to add subscribers. So I'm going to put in Sarah's sales because she sold the job. We're going to put in Ian installs. I could invite a new team member there. Come on, you know, tech. I can invite me technician 1. You know, pending invite, technician 2. So now I'm getting my team in. Oh, wait, I pressed the wrong button then, did I? Am I inventory guy? Inventory at paulnicholson.com. I am going to get so many emails from this site now I've done this. So these are team members. These are people that have got your domain name. These are allowed in, right? You're asking your inventory manager. You're asking your technicians in. You're telling your salesman, your manager, and then the top dog is in too. Then we're going to invite guests in. So this could be the customer. This could be chief inspector. Oh no, yeah. I'll just put chief at paulnicholson.com. So it would be chief inspector at policehq.com, right? Invite police, right? Invite. This could be the electrician. So the electrician's email address, and I'm going to invite that person. This could be the architect. The architect on the job. Architect. I can't spell that, right? But it wouldn't be at paulnicholson.com. It would be that person's email, right? So I've invited the people involved in this project to what's happening on this project, right? So they're all invited. I've probably got a world of emails saying you're invited. Here we go, look. So here's test, reply to your account. So this was the architect. So this is what the architect sees. So he can accept his invitation and see that board. This one will be the electrician, accept your invitation, and so on. Chief inspector gets this. And this logo here is when you changed in the settings, when you went to admin and customization, you change the email header. So that's what that logo comes up there, right? So now we've got a project that's shareable, that we've invited people to the project, right? So what we now want to do is create a different level of things to do, right? So jobs to start. I'm going to go up and add a new group. Upside down. It should do it underneath. I don't know why it does it at the top. Work started. Let's do it the other way around. Aha! Completed. Waiting. Sign off. On hold. Add group. Yeah, so Monday.com, I would think you'd put it below with these ones, but work started. Work to start. To do, right? Work to do. And then I would put at the front or the top some sort of general tasks, unassigned or something, and have that in that horrible grey colour, right? So what we've got is the task that needs to be done, the person, and the status. Now we may want to add a timeline here, timeline for the date, right? So this could be order equipment, general task, person is, well, let me put in inventory, even though he hasn't accepted it yet. It's the inventory guy, right? Status, then the inventory guy would take over this, right? But he might put working on it. Timeline for it to come in might be next week, sometime in that next week, right? And I can close that. And then when that inventory guy gets the order, or when he starts ordering it, he'll move it at work started, right? Ordered, I've got work to start, right? So then you would have pull cable. Let's do some quick ones. Meet, site meeting, electrician, and architect, fix cameras, install, mine gone blank, digital recorder, test system, sign off, camera view with chief, full training. So you're building that to-do list, aren't you? You're building whatever it is in your organisation that's going to take. So site meeting, set a date for it. Site meeting could be, let's say it's, what's that, 24th? I don't actually know, as I don't use this, but how to do a time. Add timeline, tags, numbers. It doesn't seem to be obvious. Or a date rather than a timeline. Is this how we do it? Here we go. 24th. Oh, I can tick it, I guess. So we would need something to set a meeting, you would think. Somewhere obvious to say that's what this meeting's set for at a certain time. Activity log's just going to tell me what's happened. Export, manage subscriptions. Yeah, I'm not sure. Meeting set for Wednesday, whatever it is. I can add a checklist. Ask about positions, pipe, work, dates of completion. Oh man, yeah, I was never going to spell that right. You know, I can add sign off. I don't know, I'm just bumbling now, to be honest. So I've got these different now I've got a checkbox, and it's going to be added on the activity log. There must be a place where you can put a date, or I'm going to assign a tech. I'll put in installs. Actually, the manager would go to that meeting. But if I was going to go pull cable, work to do, I'm going to drop it in this because this definitely needs to be done. I'm going to put in the technician one's going to go do it. Technician one would log on, working on it. He could set a timeline for whatever he thinks is going to be done. Tech one's this pull cable. He's obviously going to have to wait for the equipment to arrive, so he may be able to pull the cable before it, to be honest. It might have the cable in stock, so you can start to build out what the timeline is of all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out the rest of this board, and I'll jump back to it and show you more info. Right, guys. So I've had a play around. I've put them into a few orders. What I said before was, if you go back to the lead and go back to this one, I can move it into that board and into that share. Now you might want to be careful doing this because there might be some information in here that we didn't talk in this one, did we? We talked in the other one. Like, for instance, Mrs. Smith. No, sorry. Yeah. Was it Mrs. Smith? Info. Where was we talking? Updates. Oh, here we go. Corner shop alarm, right? If you move the corner shop alarm to a shared board and you've got the corner shop owner on that shared board, then he's going to see what you've been talking about. So you probably don't want to do it, but I'm just going to show you that you can. Move to board, CCTV, we'll do general task. I was going to say that it's not the same columns, right? So you would have to change it to have the same columns. So you may or may not want to do it in that situation, but it's just to show you that you can. So now I've got my project laid out. It's all in process, work's happening, people have been tagged, things are being commented on, and I've got this full timeline that you can see that the install manager has been tagged to install the digital recorder. The technician might not know how to do it, so he's been tagged, and you can change it to say, right, I'm going to go when they've fixed the cameras, when they've pulled the cable, I'm going to go in, I'm going to push this back a day. But you'll see that, look, if you've got doubles, it just overlaps onto it down. So the technician can see his timeline, the inventory guy can see his timeline, the manager can see things that are tagged to him. The chief's now saying, look, we're going to get everything working, we're going to test it, we're going to sign it off with you, probably only take a day, on the 18th. Then anything that needs to be done, we'll give ourselves a few days and then give you full training with the chief and the architect afterwards. So there's a timeline at the top for the project, which is pretty cool, showing you exactly what's happening. The status of jobs is, you know, in here, so people will be updating, done that, completed, move it to completed. So you might tag at architect. I don't know if it'll come up. Yeah, you know, it'd obviously be architect's name, wouldn't it? Dave. Be hey Dave. Cameras are completed. Can you sign off the I don't know, finish look, something like that. You'd ask somebody else, you could tag him, he'd get an email. I probably just got one, did I don't know. Here it is, look. Cameras are completed. Can you sign off? So you get emails saying, look, I'm getting emails through the Yang. It's because I've got signed up on 8 different emails, isn't it? But you wouldn't get so many. And you can go into your admin and manage my profile, right? You can go notifications and decide to turn them all off, right? Just turn them off if you don't want. If you forever logging into something, you just turn stuff off, don't you? So you don't keep getting it. You got an inbox up here. All updates of Paul. Turn it off. Bookmarks. I haven't done any bookmarking. So I think you get what you're capable of doing, what you're capable of sharing, the funky colour board, the funky timeline, creating tasks. You know, when you do a private board, if you take that level of membership up and do it as, you know, your private to-do list. You know, you do it to yourself, things to do, things need updating, places to do. So it's just a general task manager board that gets, you know, I didn't imagine it was going to get this long, that video, but it just shows you the cool functions of the board that that it can do. Let me just, I've probably got a list. Sales board, social media. That was a board you can have for social media. The mobile app, I'm not going to show you just because I don't want to drag it out. There's a mobile app and a desktop app. Here's the desktop app. Does the same thing. All desktop apps now just look like the website. I don't have to refresh it, actually. There's a few funky little bugs in there. Looking at this, look, it's not arrived yet, that folder. This hasn't updated. I can't see. Recycle, invite. I can't see in the desktop app any new info. I don't know how to update it. Bolt switch. So that does show me. It shows me the new ones here. Look, yeah, lead magnet. But yeah, it's not showing in the folders. So there's still a few little things that these guys need to iron out. But I think it's a cool tool. I think hopefully I've shown you how to sort of delve into it, the power of the boards. All it really is a T-board where you create a group of tasks, and then you give them a status and you drag and drop, right? You just drop them around till hopefully you're all green, right? Where, you know, till you're all done. So that one's gone now as well, isn't it? Where's it gone? Let's see, CCTV, here we go. Until you're all green. So, you know, done. Dragging it down. Completed. So until all your project's done, you've told your customer, you talk to your customer, you add, you know, the sign off with the chief. Hey, you probably wouldn't say hey, but you know, I used to work in a movie. We used to say hey all the time. Hey chief, all completed. Are you happy? Let me know any problems and when we can deliver training. Update. Chief is gonna get email. Here we go. Hey chief, all done. View this update. It'll plug it in, pull it up, and open it, it would have done it. It was a different email, it wasn't a different account. So a bit scatty. People always say to me, prepare better. I always try to, but it just gets away from me on these programs that can do all sorts and everything. But hopefully I've shown you working examples of a company of how they'd use it for a sales funnel, how would they use it for a project management, any other options you've got of adding tags and stuff. But you should see that it's pretty cool to use. Any specific questions, add them in the video and I will always try to help. You know where I am. Hope that helped, guys. See you soon. Cheers.